submissions is by pixels. It gets too confusing to use percents in here because there judges your submissions through pixels. So you never use percents in designing in here. So once you add that last texture on your back, you hit apply, you hit OK, and then your textures are all done. If you are happy with it at that point, what you're going to do is you're going to submit to there. But first things first, you have to take a snapshot. Now, with the snapshot in here, you can do a basic snapshot, which there's not much you can enhance when dealing with pictures, because it takes up most of your view. So there, you can put a background on it, your choice, or you can basically keep a solid color in regards to the backgrounds with your pictures. Now, once you have taken your snapshot, you're going to submit to there. And what you're going to do is you're going to go through the wizard, and it is going to give you options in regards to what you can choose. Depending on whether you have animation in it, which you can add animation, which we will be going into later in your frames, or you can add animation like I did with the sign, with the Unicrystal design sign. And that gets a little further in detail, which we will be covering at one point. Is there any questions in regards to this? When dealing with pictures, your submission costs usually range about $9,500 per picture to submit it. Okay? And normally when submitting pictures, you usually use, and this is fairly constant, you usually use Deck Foundation Builder. Usually you use Deck Foundation when submitting pictures. That is the most common product type when submitting pictures. Is there any questions in regards to this? What tape is in the back there is like a border, and in the back that if you were to take a picture, it is like a border that goes around all the edge to keep the background on. And that's what the tape is. It's like a little border around the whole back end of the picture. Yep, give me 1 second and I'll turn it around and I'll actually show you what it looks like. Okay, in the video I have it right turned around 360 that you can actually see the border all the way around the back. You're very welcome, Lake. Okay, is there any other questions? The last frame usually gets submitted as a deck foundation. It does give you options. If you have like a picture frame like I had shown you with the animation, it would be an animated deck foundation. Another one that it can also be submitted as, and give me 1 second, I'm actually going to bring the wizard up and give you all the options of what it will submit as. Now, with this one, the first option it actually gives you to submit it at without the animation. This is without the animation in regards to first thing. It actually gives you the option to actually submit it as a Flora Builder. Which is one of the cheaper versions without the animation. But if you have animation in it, it actually fits under the category of Construction Builder, which goes into Deck Foundation, Config 2, and there is a whole list when you are using animation in regards to this frame. It goes further into detail in regards to what you want to submit it as. But at the present time, with just a basic plain picture, with just basic textures, you can actually submit this as a Flora Builder. And it will be a Flora structure. Now with this new previewer, it will give you the first option in one of the cheapest versions to submit as. This is the one good thing about this program. It will actually give you the cheapest version that you can actually go submit as. Is there any questions? Okay, if there's no questions, I'm going to stop taping.